Today, I'm joined by Kylie Murray, the CEO and president of United Way of Amarillo and Canyon. So obviously, you guys make such an impact in the Amarillo and Canyon community, and I want to start off by just talking about what you guys do, and maybe for someone out there who doesn't know what you guys do, can you kind of sum that up for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So United Way Amarillo and Canyon obviously serves Potter, Randall County, Amarillo and Canyon, and we are a funding organization. And so what we do is we go out and we raise money, and then there's other nonprofits or community impact organizations, as we like to call them. They apply for funding from us as well. And so any time of year, we fund 26 programs, 19 to 26 programs. So one of the things that we fund all of our programs on, our new focus over the last couple of years, and it'll be for this next century that we're in existence for,
Yes.
is called ALICE T, and that stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained and Employed, and then the T stands for Threshold. So those are the people that are that are homeless and below the federal poverty line.
Yes.
And then the threshold, the ALICE portion of that is what we used to refer to as a working poor. So those are the people that make too much money to benefit from any kind of federal help. And so those are the folks that our programs are really focused on. But that threshold is really working people through the system so that we can make sure that we're providing a means for people to become more and more self-sustainable so that they can give back to the community and not just receive.
Yes, absolutely. No, I remember when you guys had introduced Alice and, adding the T, I feel like that type of people in our community is, one that not a lot of us think about,
Yeah.
in these basic necessities that you and I, look forward to having. I feel like this kind of helps them gear into getting that. Would you kind of agree there?
I do agree, because at first it was just ALICE. So that was the folks above the federal poverty line. But what that did for us is that it tied our hands a little bit, because it is a threshold. It is working people through the system and giving a hand up to folks and not a hand out. And so that really allowed us to work with all of our community impact organizations, nonprofit agencies, and to really help partner and work together to make sure we're moving people through the system. And that's what makes a society very strong, is when we all work together.
Yes, absolutely. And just being here in the Panhandle, what I love is everyone is here to help one another out. And I want to get into this next, but you guys just finished up you're starting your fiscal year.
Right.
So can you talk about that and just what that means to you as an organization?
Sure. So we're a little odd. April 1st is our New Year's Day,
Yes.
April Fool's Day, so it's
April
a little weird.
Fools.
Yeah, we're going to start taking that day off because it throws a wrench into things. But we just closed out our 100th year of existence. So we celebrated our centennial birthday all year, and now we're starting our 101st year. And so we finished the year extremely strong. The staff has been absolutely amazing. Our partners and our donors and our program providers, absolutely amazing year. We'll reveal the numbers and all that stuff in May when we close out the year for good. But we're really excited about the 101st year.
Yes.
We're closing out a century, not just a year, and we're just embarking upon this new passion of really collaborating, convening in the community. So we're really excited.
Yeah, and that's just crazy too. I mean, 100 years in the community. I mean, that's fantastic and obviously such an accomplishment.
Yeah.
And I know that you've been with United Way, for a little bit now. Can you just talk about just where your passion stemmed from for you to be in this organization?
Well, I was formerly with Red Cross, and then I was in some other nonprofit and before that, and I just love the work that nonprofits do.
Yes.
And we're really trying to change that nomenclature and really call them community impact organizations. So that's why I go back and forth. But when the opening came to the United Way, I was really excited because I thought it was a larger impact on where I live and not just a national approach.
Sure.
All the other organizations are fantastic. There's none are better than the others because we're all doing the work that needs to be done. But when the opportunity came to come to United Way, I was really, really passionate about this is where I live and this is what I want to affect in my life to be. And in doing so, I've received funding from a lot of our nonprofits in my life. Yes. I've stood in the line, I've gone and asked for help, I've had to do the same thing that our community friends are doing. And so I really felt that I was in a special circumstance to now give back in a way. And so I was just blessed to given the opportunity to take this position.
I love that. Well, you've done such a great job, and you guys have done, again, so much for our community, and you always have tons of things coming up.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit just about the events that you have planned for this year as you celebrate 101.
That's right. So we have last year we did a lot of new things, and so next month, actually in a couple weeks, we are going to do our Day of Caring.
Yes.
And that's where everybody comes together for one day, and we go out and we do all kind of projects in the community. So we're really excited about that. That's anywhere from 400 to 800 volunteers, and a lot of work goes into it. The team does a fantastic job. Shortly after that, we'll have our victory celebration. That's like our awards show, and saying thanks to everybody. At the end, right before campaign kickoff, we will have our golf tournament. We're going to have 2 this year. We're going to have 1 in Amarillo and 1 in Canyon. So we're extremely excited about that. We are United Way of Amarillo and Canyon, so we want to launch in Canyon. That's right. So we're really, really excited about that. And then in the fall, we have our normal campaign that we always do, that everybody hears about. But then in the fall, we'll end up with what we call our United on the Range, and that's a gala and a concert and all those things. So the full year.
So much fun. And one of the things that I also love about you guys is you get the kids and the youth involved, and y'all have a youth day.
Absolutely.
Right? When does that come up? Or
So absolutely. So Youth Day is typically September, October. We've moved it into December for this next year. And then that Youth Day is just a part of that youth program. So we do Change for Change. That's anybody has elementary kids knows that's the baggies and go home and get all the coins for your kids. Middle school and high school has programs. We have a Youth Leadership Council. So Youth Day is a part of their project. And what that Youth Leadership Council does is they raise their own money. And then at a time in usually around April, they come together with all that money they raised, and they determine where that money goes. And then United Way has their fundraising, which goes to the adults. So the youth have an entire other campaign that they get to do, and we get to be a part of. So that's exciting.
So cool, yes, because it's all about getting that next generation involved and making a change in our community. Now I want to end on this. You guys, again, have so much going on, and for people who want to get involved with you and maybe just know about these upcoming events, what's the best way to do that?
The best way to do that is all the social media, United Way, Amarillo and Canyon. Obviously, give us a call at the office, old school. Just call up to the office, talk to us, so we can figure out how to partner and all those things. We're getting a brand new website, so over the next couple months, the new website will be up, so we'll be very excited about that. But just reach out, grab us, and we'd love to talk to you and get involved.
Well, I appreciate it so much, and we can't wait to just keep catching up with you guys and continue to see how you make a difference in the community.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, this has been The Chat at Noon. I'm Kelsey Davis for News Channel 10.